Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy 3. Today I wanted to do more coverage on the new support, the new legacy support that we just got leaked. I already went over the Galaxy Eye stuff. Today I wanted to do the Blue Eye stuff in addition to the Galaxy Eye stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over the new card and what it does for the deck, and I'm gonna show you guys a one card combo off of it. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, run me my likes, go ahead and drop a comment for the algorithm to bolster my video. It's free, it's easy, it's one click, it's not much. Thank you guys very much if you do that. So we're gonna go ahead and cover this card. So it's called Deep Eyes White Dragon, the Blue Abyss. It's a level 10 dragon, and what it is a Deep Eyes retrain. The guy that like summons himself and is like a board wipe, that guy. Yeah, this is a retrain for him. So it's Deep Eyes White Dragon, the Blue Abyss, level 10 light, 0 attack, 0 defense. He's a dragon. This card's always treated as a Blue Eyes card, and the reason why that contextually matters is because this is a Blue Eyes monster that actually is a starter, which means Bingo Machine Go is viable in the deck, which also means that you can reveal 3 good cards and get no diminishing returns on Bingo Machine Go. Also, what that means is you get more starters, so Blue Eyes literally becomes a more consistent deck, and most notably, it means that Pure Blue Eyes gets a huge boost, because where you were supplementing with the Primite cards, you can actually opt to play a Pure Blue Eyes deck now if you want to. So yeah, I'm going to tell you its effects. You can only each of the following effects once returned. You could discard this card, add 1 light tuner from your deck to your hand, 1 level 1 light tuner, so it's like just same thing as Sage, same thing as Wishes. Second effect, if a Blue Eyes Ritual monster or monsters and or a Blue Eyes White Dragon is sent to your graveyard, you could target one of them, special this card from your graveyard if it's there, or even hand if not. And if you do, its attack becomes that monster's attack, but banish it when it leaves the field. This card literally is a starter and an extender in and of itself. It gives you an extra body, and I'm going to show you guys how you can do a workaround to get maximum value out of this extra body. So this inboard should be about 6 or 7 disrupts off just the one card combo, so let's go ahead and get into it. So we're going to start off by activating Deep Eyes. We're going to use Deep Eyes. If you want to play around Valor a little bit more, you can go straight to Maiden. But what I'm going to do is not play around anything and show you the full combo, and then you tweak it to your liking, predicated to the format you're playing in, what hand traps matter, if Valor is relevant, if Nib is relevant, contextually all those things are taken in, and you modify the combo to play around those cards. I'm just going to show you guys a combo that's the most you can do with these cards, and you can take the fluidity and pivot whichever way you want. So we're going to add a Sage. The next thing we're going to do is normal summon the Sage, activate Sage's effect to grab a Maiden, and then we're just going to throw the Maiden in the grave because we're going to activate her effect to place True Light. And the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and activate True Light's effect. We will set a Wishes from our deck off of the True Light. We're then going to use the Wishes, discard one of the other 4 cards in our hand, and we are going to add another copy of Sage from our deck to our hand, and a copy of Roar, as soon as we find it, Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons. The next thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to link this bad boy off into a Spirit with Eyes of Blue, and activate Spirit's effect to then add Mausoleum of White from our deck to our hand. Mausoleum of White is actually going to come up for this combo iteration to produce the best inboard we can. The next thing that we're going to do is activate the Mausoleum of White and use its extra normal summon that it gives us this turn. And we're going to go ahead and summon Sage and activate his non-once per turn effect. And we're going to go ahead and use the Sage, and we're going to grab a copy of Valor. There's iterations. You can combo heavier with the Sage, his in-hand effect, but we're using this to double down on our Spirit, because I'm going to show you guys exactly what we're doing. The next thing we're going to do is activate Roar, and Roar is going to summon our first copy of Blue Eyes from our deck. For whatever reason it has to be in defense, don't ask me why, Konami logic. And then we can actually go ahead and banish the Wishes to equip a Neo to the OG Blue Eyes. So we're just going to throw this in the grave, the Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate, and we're going to synchro off the Blue Eyes and the Sage for our first copy of Spirit Dragon. The next thing that we can do is go ahead and activate Spirit with Eyes of Blue, tributing him to special summon the OG Blue Eyes from our deck, from our grave, which will then trigger both the Maiden and also the Deep Eyes. Maiden can be Chain Link 1, and Deep Eyes can be Chain Link 2. And Deep Eyes will, I'm sorry, we were supposed to trigger Deep Eyes before, my bad. I did a little misstep, so let's just go back so it's a quick fix. Because I just read the card, so I actually forgot if Blue Eyes is sent to the grave, not if he's summoned. So when you synchro summon 4 Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, you will trigger your Deep Eyes in grave to target the Blue Eyes that you just sent off, and then summon himself, and he'll gain that monster's attack. So this guy's at 3,000 attack right now. And then the next thing that you would do after that is tribute the Spirit with Eyes of Blue to reborn the Blue Eyes that you just sent off for the Spirit, and then trigger the Maiden in grave to summon herself. We have to tribute the Spirit to summon the OG Blue Eyes to get him off the field so that Maiden can be summoned. This card's a dragon, so it could be summoned totally fine, but to get Maiden back, you need to take yourself out of the lock. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and use the Mausoleum of White, targeting the Maiden of White. And we're going to target her to dump a Blue Eyes, and we'll chain her effect to bring back a tuner. So we're going to dump the Blue Eyes. So we'll be bringing back one of our sages, chaining to the Mausoleum. The next thing that we'll do is we'll take the Blue Eyes and the Maiden, and we'll synchro off into a second copy of Spirit. Then we'll link off our freshly summoned Sage that was brought back off Maiden into a Spirit with Eyes of Blue. Then we'll take the Spirit, and we're going to banish this when it leaves the field, and the Deep Eyes, the 2 dragons, and we're going to make a Seals. So this card, going this route for this combo, does give you 2 extra interruptions, because instead of just ending on double Spirit with Valor, you now get Seals and your choice of a Seals target, and you'll consistently get to Seals now, a lot more consistently. So playing a Seals target is more viable, because it's also playing around Fuwalos, respecting Nibiru, and playing under like every hand trap in the sun, under the sun. So this is your inboard. You get maximum value out of Spirit if you're in a matchup where it matters. If you want to shotgun them, you can shotgun them. I would advise tributing them one at a time to play around call by, because if you tribute one and they chain call by, you can chain tribute the other and go ahead and bust out your copy of Spirit Ultimate. And because Spirit Ultimate comes out in response to the call by, which would be the next thing that happened in the chain, would fizzle because your opponent can no longer banish cards from your grave. And then your first Spirit that you activated would then resolve to summon out the Crimson Dragon. The Crimson Dragon would just go ahead and put himself back and bust out the Cipher. And Cipher would protect your entire board, which also stops the True Light wipe. So they'd have to get rid of True Light twice, and then your board would still be protected. And this negates a monster effect and destroys a card on the field, which is pretty nutty. Card's very broken. It's very, very broken. It reads broken, and it means you can keep Spirit, because it would try to die at the end phase because it was summoned off of Spirit, but these guys would just naturally be protected. They're already huge too. In addition to that, you have a Valor, so you technically have 2 interruptions off Spirit. Then you have the tag outs, which could play around call by, so like 3 interruptions technically. And then you have the negate and pop, and then omni negate, so you get 3 more disruptions off that, so that's 5. You have the Valor, that's 6. You have Seals to bounce, that's 7. And then in addition to the Seals bouncing, Seals will activate its effect, and because you are consistently playing around Fuwalos with this deck and ending on Seals more than you end on Spirits in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! You should be playing a good Seals target. I play Grand Tusk, and then you're going to pop 2 cards off Grand Tusk. So you get a bounce, pop 2, negate off Valor, negate off Cipher, negate off both Spirits, pop off Cipher, negate off Spirit, follow up off of True Light. It's broken. It's like 8 or 9 interruptions plus follow up. Very, very solid board, all off of Deep Eyes. The board is only possible because of Deep Eyes, because he enables the extra Dragon Body you need to convert to a Seals. And yeah, you can also do a Magia combo off of this. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you guys are all avid Blue Eyes fans like me, I'm a Kaiba nerd, then you guys would love this combo, and you would love the fact that now pure Blue Eyes is actually viable, because not only is this card adding the starter count, but it means that you can play the Bingo Machine Go without any drawbacks. So now you could triple down on Bingo Machine. So you could play, you don't even have to play Prosperity. You could just play 3 Deep Eyes and 3 Bingo Machine, and up your starter count from 9 to 15. So now you play 15 starters in a 40 card deck. That's comp. You play 20 non-engine, 20 hand traps, and then you play, you know, your standard starters and your couple bricks. So you have a perfect 40 card deck with 20 non-engine. Playing pure Blue Eyes. That's very competitive and resilient. So yeah, and the redundancy factors means that you beat out low impact hand traps more, because you have this, Sage, and Maiden, which all get to the same thing. They get to True Light, which gets to Wishes, and Wishes also gets to them as well. It means that you're beating out cards like Ash more consistently, and you're just playing through low impacts. You don't have to make this specific board. You could just make Seals with like traps and double Veiler. Instead of going for the second Sage and doing all that, you could just double down on the effect Veilers and have Seals, Majesty, double Veiler, and have still a really, really solid board. Like an honestly very, very modest board that still will respect the hand traps you lose to while having a strong board. So Blue Eyes is a very good deck. Don't let anybody tell you differently. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below if you enjoyed this. Don't do drugs. Make good choices. Be safe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.